Hi everybody, I wanted to talk to you today about how you're going to be graded for this portfolio in paragraph. So I have Pathwright pulled up here, and as you can see, we've done several assignments in the portfolio already, and you are probably working on your first draft right now. But before that point, we did background knowledge, brainstorming page, close reading, interview questions and results, and your outline. So these 5 assignments are going to be part of your portfolio grade. So you're going to actually get 2 grades for this whole opinion unit that we've been doing. One of them will be these 5 assignments, your portfolio grade, and the other will be your second draft, which will be graded just like your other paragraphs have been with 100 points. So let me show you what I mean. So here's your rubric. So let's start with your paragraph. So just like the other paragraphs, this one is worth 100 points, your second draft, and each category is worth 20 points. So the first part is the overall effectiveness of your paragraph. So it explains your opinion and it's clearly stated in the topic sentence. The rest of your paragraph supports your opinion. Basically, your paragraph is effective in communicating your opinion and can convince me of your opinion. The second part is your audience. So we've done a lot of background work about this topic, and I want to see that that has impacted your paragraph and what you're writing. So this one is the writer shows that he or she has thought about his or her topic, has done background research, and is aware of his or her audience. So I want to see that the portfolio has influenced you in terms of talking with people about your topic, reading the article about immigration, things like that. So if you're writing in a way that tells me you haven't really thought much about your topic, if you're kind of just throwing facts out there that may or may not be true, you're going to lose points in this category. But if you give an example from an interview that you did, or a personal example, or you could even reference one of the articles we've read, then that would be a good way to earn points in this category. Next is organization. So your paragraph should have all the parts: hook, topic sentence, supporting sentences, concluding sentence, and those parts, especially the supporting sentences, are logically organized. So it makes sense when I read it. Details. The details that you include are relevant to your topic, so they actually relate to your topic. They're interesting, and you include a variety of different kinds of details: examples, facts, explanations, etc. Finally, grammar and vocabulary. I want to see that you use appropriate word choices. You're choosing the best word for your context, and you're using good grammar for the things that we've learned, especially complex sentences, and you're avoiding run-ons and fragments. If you have questions about those, please let me know. We've been working on those all semester. So again, I don't expect you to have perfect grammar, but I do expect to see that the things that we've talked about in class, you are actually using in your writing. So this is your paragraph that you're writing about immigration. Now let's talk about your portfolio. So here are the 5 parts of your portfolio. The first thing we did was background knowledge, so this is worth 10 points. So you've completed the assignment, the videos and photos are relevant to immigration. So I just want to see, basically, did you do this, and are the things that you did, are they relevant to the topic? The next one was the brainstorming page. And remember, if we go back to Pathwright, remember the brainstorming page was this one with Poplet. So notice it's the PDF of Poplet, and it's not a perfect thing, right? There are topics here that I never went back to, but I want to see evidence that you did some brainstorming and that your ideas are connected. So you drew those lines between different topics. Your ideas go beyond the surface level. So you went beyond like, just kind of scratching the surface. You went deeper into the topic and kind of really thought about it. And just that you have more than a few ideas. So even this example, it's okay. There should be maybe a few more ideas. But I think it does go beyond the surface level, especially over here as I'm getting into my topic more. The next part is the close reading. So you have completed the assignment. The marks you made on the reading are thoughtful. You get 10 points for that. Interview questions and results. You completed the assignment. Your PowerPoint is clear. I can understand the language on it, and it's attractive. It's colorful, it looks good, it's easy to read, and I can see that you put in effort and you were creative with that. And finally, the outline. So you've completed the assignment, also that you have a topic sentence that states your opinion, and you have all the parts of the outline. Okay, so that all together, those 5 assignments, they're worth 10 points each, giving us a total of 50 points. So your portfolio is actually worth about half of what your paragraph is. So it's still a really important part of this assignment. So let's talk about deadlines and due dates for a second. So your first draft is due on April 6th, which is actually Thursday. Okay, and I'm going to give you comments on that. Second draft is due on April 11th, which is next Tuesday, and you're going to have your opinion timed writing on the 12th, which is next Wednesday, just so you kind of have an idea of what's going on. Your portfolio is actually due on Wednesday, which is the same day you have your timed writing. So to submit your portfolio, we're going to go back to PathBright here. So down here at the bottom, I'm in courses. If I scroll all the way to the bottom, there's the last assignment here. It says Immigration Portfolio, Final. Okay, so I am going to submit all 5 assignments here. First, I need to go to my own immigration portfolio here. So you should have 2. You should have one here and then another one here, which is the course. If you go here, make sure that everything is here as you want to submit it for your final portfolio. So I have my outline, I have the interview PowerPoint, here's my background or my brainstorm, I have my picture, here's my close reading, here's my video, here's my list of things I knew before we started. Okay, so I have everything that I need in my portfolio to make sure I get full credit. Once I'm done with that, then I'm going to go to the course, go to assignments, again scroll down to the bottom, immigration portfolio, and you're going to upload your work. So this will say upload for you. Click on this, go to My PathBright. Click on My Portfolios up here at the top. And you should have your immigration one right here. You're going to add that. So that's your page with everything on it, and click Import. Okay, and when you're finished, there should be a yellow button down here that says Submit. Don't forget to click that, and then you're done. Okay, so that final portfolio is due next Wednesday on April 12th. And you can go back to any of these assignments. If you feel like you didn't do your best, you can go back to any of these assignments and redo them or change them or add things or just make them nicer. Okay, so that's up to you, but that's due on April 12th. Okay, so I hope that you understand how you're going to be graded. I'm going to upload these rubrics. I will upload them to PathBright in second draft. I'm going to put them right here, attach files. Okay, so I'll upload those for you. They'll be here, and I'll also put them on Canvas for you, and I'll give them to you in class. So thanks very much.